I scream, you scream, we all scream, because we're being attacked by a maniac with a hammer. Welcome to Fantastic Flim Facts Video Games News Spatial, Volume 2, in association with Watchmojo.com. Sadly, you will now have to listen to the usual British twat, but don't worry, because I will be back later, so hang around for that. But until then, here's the limey cocksucker. I bet he doesn't even listen to what I've recorded.
Thanks for that, Watchmojo lady. Whatever you said, I'm sure it was great. Anyway, no time for this. It's straight on with the news. Sonic the Hedgehog found himself in hot water this week, following recent accusations of him being anti-Semitic. The spiky blue bugger's bother began when the Auschwitz Memorial Twitter account revealed that an ancestor of Sonic's was a guard at the infamous concentration camp. The situation got even worse the very next day, following the discovery of anti-Semitic graffiti in the Emerald Hill Zone. Dr. Robotnik then made a statement speaking of his strong Jewish beliefs and his suspicions that Sonic had been targeting him for over 30 years as part of a hate campaign. Sonic denied all accusations, saying, "Dr. Robotnik is the real villain here. I target him because he imprisons animals and destroys the environment. That he is Jewish is just a happy bonus." There were shockwaves throughout the gaming community this week after Nintendo made an announcement that semi-famous second-player character You've Got to Be Him Because It's My Console, Luigi, quote, is, and always has been, a homosexual, end quote. Other publishers were quick to follow, Konami stumbling out with that guy with the pointy head from, what's he called, Quiet, Silent, something, he's a gay. And those two guys from that runny shooty game we made like 100 years ago, can't remember what it's called, but they were super gay. Capcom said, "We don't want to get too graphic about the private relationship between Cammy and Chun-Li, but given the well-known strength of Chun-Li's thighs, it's a miracle she hasn't broken Cammy's neck." EA revealed new paid DLCs for their titles that will add a gay toggle to option screens, which will have no effect on gameplay or graphics. The only title that will not receive this option is whatever their new football thing is, with EA explaining, "Have you seen how those guys celebrate getting a goal? Football is plenty gay enough already." Sega put their foot in it again by saying, "You want to know who is really gay? You." And also Tails, I guess. Valve, as slow as ever, eventually declared, "Gordon Freeman had a small gay experience at university, but he is not gay. However, her from Portal will sleep with anybody. She cannot say no." Online response was overwhelmingly negative, with an LGBT, BBC, ITV, WTF, OK, LOL, BRB, YMCA, TTFN, plus minus exclamation mark smiley face spokesbeing saying, "This gay pandering is ridiculous. Nobody cares about gay pandering anymore. These days it's all about transgender pandering." Tinklesoft CEO Zachary Tinkle announced his new gaming console, the Motherfucker 1, has now received $1 billion worth of pre-orders. Zachary admitted that sales had initially been very slow, with only one console sold in the first month, and that was to his dad because he felt sorry for him. But then picked up after his mate Brock's sister, Melody, agreed that anybody who bought a console could see her boobs, in exchange for only 15% of the price for each console. Zachary told us, "Some losers have been buying a bunch, and I told this one lame incel loser he could touch Melody's boobs if he bought 30. So far he's bought 26, and last I heard he was trying to sell a kidney on the dark web. I've been warned he's suicidal, but I'm not worried. After all, I already have his money. Tinklesoft have yet to announce a final release date for the console, with an insider revealing that nobody in the company knows how to make it. That's the end of the news. Thanks to the 10 or so people who've watched this. And now, back to Watchmojo for a world exclusive Top 10. Hopefully, I'll see you next time.
Welcome to Watchmojo, and today we're counting down the top 10 most fuckable video game stars ever. For this list, we'll be looking at pixelated babes and hunks who make even the Commodore stand to attention, or make you wetter than a spastic's chin, dependent on which genitals you are currently using. Number 10. V-Hullets, Streets of Rage 2. This funky Halloween decoration might have a crazy name, but we're still crazy for it. As soon as somebody hot is in sight, V-Hullets becomes immediately erect and head straight for the target. Look how easily it can knock the ladies off their feet. And once you beat off this freak, look at the hole that is left behind. Talk about being ready to satisfy anybody. It's crazy how games back then could show something this explicit. Number 9. Diddy Kong, Donkey Kong Country. You might think that Diddy is a little too young for our disgusting fantasies, but as far as we can tell, there's no age of consent for monkeys. If any animal experts know better, frankly, we do not give a shit. All we know is that any animal this cute is fair game, especially if they're such an expert with peeling and chomping on a nice ripe banana. Number 8. Pinky Doom. Other Doom monsters carry weapons, but this crazy hellspawn midget likes to get up close and personal. No matter what bits you've got, this pink freak is at the right height for a great gobble, and those horns are perfectly positioned for you to keep him there until you are finished. If you're worried about those teeth, don't. It just adds to the excitement. Don't want a long-term relationship? Pick up a berserk pack first and face fuck it to death. Now that's a great orgasm. Number 7. Rollo to the rescue. Don't remember Rollo? We don't blame you. However, this cute little bugger is a real hero. And, most importantly, can suck like a champion. If you're feeling adventurous, he has many animal friends who can join in on the fun. After all, you know what they say about rabbits. Number 6. Dizzy, Disappointing Dizzy. You may not remember wanting to fuck an egg, but trust us, it happened. Why did people keep buying those annoying, badly made, and frankly shit games if not for the sexy ovoid protagonist? Though a yolk-filled hunk throughout, Dizzy peaked in 1995's forgotten game Disappointing Dizzy. The game may have been as bad as all the others, but fans were definitely left dizzy by this title. And by dizzy, I mean horny. Even after all these years, Dizzy remains the definitive answer to the question, how do you like your eggs in the morning? Number 5. The whole E.T. This game may be best remembered for its shockingly low quality, and its part in the awful angry video game nerd movie. But who doesn't love a gaping hole, especially one that doesn't let you out once you get in there? If you're not sure, take a look at the effect it has on little Mr. E.T. We don't know how aliens fuck, but it looks like E.T. loves to give head. Number 3 and number 4. The Paddle Spong. The original video game heartthrobs may not seem much now, but back in those days they were hot shit. When they weren't expertly knocking balls away, they were out on the town and driving the girls crazy. Everybody had their favorite paddle, but my favorite was always the right paddle, who was clearly the cooler of the two. After all, the left paddle got old and sad and ended up in a home, whereas the right paddle died of a tranny cocaine overdose. In fact, the right paddle hoovered up so much Snow White that the expression "doing a line" was named in his honor. How do you get any cooler than that? Number 2. Sticks. Baba and Sticks wants something more satisfying than a man, but with more personality than a regular dildo. Then you need Sticks. The versatile hardwood is rigid enough to support a fully grown man and will come when you whistle. They make you come. Remember the voodoo dildo joke? Sticks is like that, but with more conversation and most likely without any rectal trauma to police officers. Sticks will stick with you both to the end and up the end. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. Mecha Hitler, Wolfenstein 3D. He may have been the big bad guy, but this hysterical maniac set up camp in our hearts, though obviously we only mean video game Hitler, and not real Hitler, who didn't even have a cool mecha suit. John Romero's head on a pole, Doom 2. The video game legend is already getting forcibly penetrated in one direction, so why not keep the party going? Whatever floats your boat. It's time to make John Romero your bitch. The Hornet, Daytona US said, "No need for an explanation. Either you wanted to fuck this car, or you are a liar." And now for our number one pick of the most very fuckable video game character in the first 2,000 years of video games. Keep a tight grip on your knickers, ladies, because it's number 1. The invader on the far left of the third row up in the first stage, Space Invaders. Can't see any difference between this particular invader and his extraterrestrial brethren. That's just another way of saying you are a big racist. Leave this otherworldly hunk for the rest of us. Thanks to this spunky star man, many fans never saw the second stage of this arcade classic, as they found themselves unable to destroy the object of their desire. Sadly, his solo spin-off game, The Space Invader, had to be scrapped following accusations of child abuse. We hope you enjoyed the list, and that your knickers are now as wet as mine. I'm off for a big fiddle before I burst. See you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to
Fantastic Flim Facts. It's the interweb's number 1 and number 2 source for the very best Flim Facts. When I said number 1 and number 2, I think I should have said number 1 and number 2 like piss and shit. Otherwise it's too subtle. Whatever, it's your video. That's why I have millions of subscribers, and you do not.